Hey guys, what's up? It's Pixelated-Apollo. Thanks for stopping by and welcome back to World War I. This is the Great War mod for Napoleon Total War, and this is the Battle of Gallipoli. Now, this is not going to be 100% accurate because of the limitations of the mod, but hopefully you can still enjoy this fight for what it is. It's always great to do historical scenarios because it feels more real. It's like watching history come to life. So it should be a pretty good replay. This is me fighting the AI, so I gave the AI a ton of troops just to make it more fair. I made it, well, not necessarily more fair, but more challenging. I made it nearly impossible for me to win. But this is a struggle between the Ottoman Empire and the Allies, mostly the French, the British Empire, and the Commonwealth. And the reason that the Allies are attacking Gallipoli is that they're trying to set up a sea route into the Russian Empire. And to do that, they must conquer this peninsula. So the Ottomans have trenched themselves in. They are ready to defend and ready to die for their country. There's a lot of naval action. There's a crazy beach landing, which is what we're watching right here. This is, this is supposed to be a beach, but you know, it looks more like a lake. But if you use your imagination, like, oh, look at that, that's a great beach. But yeah, really bloody, lots of casualties. But the Ottoman Empire, they were victorious. They won the battle, and it's considered one of the greatest victories for the Ottoman Empire during World War I. And it's considered a defining moment in the history. In the nation's history, a final surge in the defiance of the motherland as the Ottoman Empire crumbled. So it's one of the great last victories right before the Ottomans, really struggled. So really cool, really excited. Let's go ahead look at the units that we're going to be fighting today. So mostly for the attacking armies. By the way, there's 3 attacking armies: 2 Great Britain, 1 France. They have mostly riflemen and lots of artillery and shock troops. I'm also bringing some New Zealand infantry. Let me go ahead and show you these guys. They look pretty cool. New Zealand infantry to represent the Commonwealth. There was also troops from India, Australia, and I already said New Zealand, but whatever. I also brought some Canadian shock troops as well. Even though Canadians weren't in this fight, you guys really wanted to see them, so I'm sure we'll see them during the fight. But I think this is our first time seeing Great Britain, so here's some of the uniforms. They look great. This guy's like telling this other guy a whisper. He's like, "Hey, I'm gonna watch your back today." He's like, "Okay." Anyways, and then the French army, very similar. Lots of rifle troop and some heavy artillery. And then for my Ottoman force, I am bringing a lot of shock troops, like the stormtroopers. They're going to hold the front line. And then I have some flamethrowers. These guys are insane. They do ridiculous amounts of damage. I don't know if they were historically in the battle. I just want to show you them because they're crazy awesome. And then way in the back, I've got the main force of just riflemen, conscripts, and some Imperial Guard, and lots of artillery. I think 2 howitzers, 2 heavy howitzers over here. All right, cool. So let's get started with this battle finally. So it's gonna start off with some crazy bombardment. I also have some snipers, which are putting out some pop shots there, just trying to get some lucky kills. Snipers don't really rack up tons of kills, but it should be interesting to see how many they get at the end of this battle. So this is going to be really challenging, guys. Even though I have the hill advantage, the terrain advantage, they outnumber me greatly. You can obviously see that in the balance of power. So I need to try to set up my forces properly. I do have a little bit of a trench formation over here. This is kind of like the last stand, this like patch of trees, because it kind of like peaks to a hill right here. So I'm going to use that against their forces. But let's go ahead and look at my men who are marching forward. They are getting hit hard. They are getting hit pretty hard by the artillery. Come on, men, quickly get up on that. Oh my God! Oh my God! Did you see? Oh, men are just—it's raining men. Hallelujah! No, it's. Oh, jeez! My goodness! Yeah. See, this was a big issue here. I should have not clumped up my troops. They are also firing gas, as you can tell. There's lots of gas. So it's very, jeez, you just see a guy just like take off. See you later, man. Oh, see you later. See you later. So yeah, very rough start for my Ottomans. And the only reason that these troops were not in position was because I couldn't deploy outside the deployment zone except for my shock troops. So hopefully my shock troops can delay the enemy, so I have enough time to set up my forces. And I'm making sure to protect my flamethrowers. I'm hiding them behind some rocks so they don't get hit from artillery. Ah, jeez, that artillery though is just screaming into my position. I'm trying to fire back, trying to put some, you know, really trying to shell the enemy a little bit. There they go, the Great Beach Invasion right here. French and English, or French and British, fighting together. I love those blue uniforms. Really great uniforms. So they're getting closer and closer. I still have yet to set up my reinforcements, but I do have some troops who've made it to somewhat to the top of the hill. This unit lost 17 men in that bombardment. Still pretty healthy. It's not like I'm losing crazy numbers. It's just I'm losing troops here and there, which I really need during the main fight. But Imperial Guard, Rifle Infantry, kind of taking their time. It's a pretty steep hill, and they're walking past some dead comrades over here. Oh, jeez. War never changes. So now they're beginning to shoot some artillery at my lines over here. And pretty soon, yes, actually very soon, the troops are going to be in range. And I've left this defensive position, and now my men are firing down on this ridge. I'll hide the minimap here. There they go. Very cool spot right here. Come on. You got to kill as many as you can before they get up here. So we've got some British conscripts over here. They're going to fire back, it looks like. What are they firing at? They're firing at something. What are they? They're firing at a rock. There's nothing ahead of them. What the hell? Okay. Well, they're just wasting it. I guess they're trying to fire at these guys, but the terrain is not helping them whatsoever. All right, let's see how the other spots of this battle is going. The French are going to mostly attack this flank. It's going to be pretty challenging, but I'm so excited to use my flamethrowers. They're going to be the turning tide in this battle. My troops are getting pretty tired because of how far they have to march and the fact that they're marching uphill. Let's hope that artillery does not hit this position right here. That would be terrible. Let's see how the other parts of the... Oh, here we go, guys. We've got some Canadian shock troops. You guys want to see the Canadian shock troops? Here they are. They are the first ones to finally get a good volley on my forces, but you can see my troops up there trying to put some pressure, trying to fight back. Oh, Canadian shock troops. I think most of their shots are going into the dirt. There's the officer firing his pistol. And these guys are really good. You do not underestimate the Canadian shock troops. I've got more forces over here. Here's some conscripts lining up, ready to defend this flank. I wish I could put more trench positions. Oh, here comes the artillery. Oh, God. All right, let's see how the rest of the fight is. Oh, here we go. We got a big push from the French in the center. The beach assault. Oof, artillery hitting this position. Come on, stormtroopers, hold. We do have some troops wavering over here, but it's just a sniper unit. It looks like the officer is the lone soldier. I've got my artillery trying to fire down in this French position, trying to weaken their numbers as they get closer and closer. And they are also pushing up their French Foreign Legion. They're getting really close. But my guys are just letting loose those bullets. Uh-oh. Is this a charge? Are they going in for a charge? No, I think they're just going to try to fire back. There we go. There they go. So we got ourselves a gun. Look at this badass officer over here. He's just like, I will stand my ground and fire my pistol. Oh, that's awesome. That's great. Oh, we got more gas coming in over here. Oh, geez, they're using chemical warfare to weaken our defenses. The British are really pushing up this ridge. You can see just the mass number of troops. And I've got some stormtroopers trying to hold them back. They're still doing really well. I'm so glad the Canadian shock troops are not just like charging into melee, because then they would easily break my forces. Now we got the New Zealand infantry trying to push up this hill. They're getting hit hard. I'm killing a lot of them. But I need to kill more. Oh, more gas coming in. Oh, you can see that disgusting mustard gas or the green gas there. Oh, and the French, look at, okay, this is it, guys. This is the moment where I use my flamethrowers. I'm going to get them in position. And here we go. They're set up. Oh my god, get ready for the most amazing thing ever. Alright, men. Release hell. Literally. Oh, yes. Oh my god. Took out so many French troops there. Those are the conscripts. Whoa. That is so cool. That is so fantastic. Here comes the charge, though. Oh. Another last second volley there. My flamethrowers are in melee, but they don't seem to be going after my flamethrowers. Run out of there. So I'm going to retreat my flamethrowers because I don't want them to die yet. I'm going to need them throughout this battle. And the French are starting to waver. The flamethrowers were just too much for them. And unfortunately, my stormtroopers, this is something that happens all the time in the mod. They get out of position and they're just like forming up these weird positions. I had to send them back behind the trenches. Like, come on, man. What are you doing? Form up. Don't get out of control. I don't know why they do that. But we got a small resistance of French rifle infantry. Someone's dying over there. And then over on the other side, I am holding back this huge blob of British forces with one unit of stormtroopers. Oh, we killed one of the generals. Let's see, where is that? Oh, that's the French general. He did a charge over here on this flank. Look at all of the dead French. My god. Now Great Britain is pushing towards the center. They're going to try to achieve what the French couldn't. But yeah, back over here, I'm holding them back at a choke point, and I'm focusing my artillery because look at all of these forces. This is a very ripe target to go for. And I'm very proud of my stormtroopers holding back so many men. There you go. Keep it up, man. Keep it up. I want to see some artillery. But we can, if you can see over here, I've got my conscripts kind of firing at the flank. You can see the point of view. So many troops, so many troops. Oh man, Great Britain really pushing over here. Some of their men are wavering, but he's got his men in melee against mine, which is not a good sign. Let's hope that we can break them quickly. This great invasion force. I've got some rifle infantry forming up over here, sending over more reserves. Here comes a charge from my stormtroopers into the huge blob of forces. Gonna try to slow them down as my rifle infantry continue to pepper them down. My flamethrowers are gonna head over to this flank as well. I'm gonna try to get them into the fight. Let's see, I gotta watch more flamethrowers. No, who's running? Oh, my stormtroopers who are holding back this blob. Let's head back to the center. Let's see, the flamethrowers, come on. Here we go, guys. Here we go. We've got some rifle infantry in range. Oh my god, that is ridiculous. That is like the most terrifying thing I've ever seen. The rifle infantry is just standing there like, what the hell? What just happened, man? What is this? What is this? So we got a couple good volleys there. The officer... Wait, is his volleys... Oh, okay. I thought he was shooting like flames out of his guns. Oh my god. Get out of here. Are they breaking? Please tell me they're breaking. Yes. Well, no, they're... Oh, jeez. They are retreating. They're like, screw that flamethrower. I still got my grenadiers, my stormtroopers charging in. And now my Imperial Guard, they're setting up the final stand. It's looking pretty chaotic right now, guys. It looks like Great Britain's going to slowly push through over on this side. My stormtroopers not doing enough to hold them back. There's just too many of them. My artillery, though, still firing in this position. And look at the battlefield, guys. Look, so tragic. So much death around these craters. God. So yeah, I definitely, whoa, you seen some troops fly across the screen there. Yeah, I definitely focused my artillery on this flank. I've got some of my Imperial Guard set up at the final stand, and this is where we hold. This is it right here, right now. We're doing pretty well over on these flanks, as you can tell. The French are returning to the battle, but it's really not that big of a deal because they already broke, so they shouldn't be too hard to break again. And the British are breaking from the center, as I think I already said that. But now I'm gonna send over my flamethrowers. Let's see, where are they? Here they are. Let's keep track of these guys. I've lost one flamethrower, so there's still 5 out of 6. I'm gonna head them over to the other side of the fight because they're desperately needed. I'm reforming my battle lines. I got my rifle infantry firing down on, let's see, what unit is that? Rifle infantry of Great Britain. Or the United Kingdom, sorry. There we go. Hold, Imperial Guard, hold. Look at the waves and waves of these forces. The insane amount of troops. Come on, right in the bushes. They're hiding in the bushes. Fire, men! Fire at will! Oh, here's the flamethrowers, guys. Here they come. Come on, fire. Quickly. Fire. Yeah! I got no idea when they fire. Like, I got no idea what's going on. It does break them. So that's good. So much chaos. Just complete chaos. Imperial Guard fighting off some conscripts. And I'm gonna get my flamethrowers ready for the next volley. Woo! Take them out. Oh, that is nasty. Some great shots right there. More troops just pouring in. Oh, you can see the flamethrowers in the background. Going after some New Zealand infantry with the support of these guns over here. But my flamethrowers, they're not gonna break. One more volley, come on, yes! Yes, take them out. Take them out. But pretty soon my flamethrowers are gonna go into melee. No, they're down to 4 out of 6. Lots of fighting going on over in the front lines. Flamethrowers still going on in the background. I'm focusing my artillery. Woo, in this position. Here comes New Zealand charging over their troops. I don't even know what's going on. I feel like I have shell shock just watching this. Oh. So I'm definitely getting some friendly fire, but I have to do it if I'm going to turn this around. They are breaking. My flamethrowers are still alive, but they're now stuck in melee against the Canadian shock troops. And that's going to be the last of my flamethrowers, unfortunately. But we're pretty depleted over here, but we are having a lot of success. We had a very epic charge, and we're going to break the remaining forces trying to break through this flank. And just look at this. Look at this battlefield. Let's just take a second and look at these epic choke points, these fights over here. All of the dead soldiers. It's ridiculous. Look. Oh, that is insane. Insane amount of troops. Just dead on the battlefield. But the Canadian shock troops, they're cleaning up the battlefield. And I'm going to have to fall back completely. So I'm going to go back to these flanks that I'm winning over here. I'm going to reset up my battle line about right here. And because right now, my formation is just they're all kinds of unorganized. There's some assault infantry taking on one of my Imperial Guard. Reform, men. Fire back. Yeah, so it's pretty, well, it's pretty chaotic at this point. There's really no solid battle line. Great Britain is pushing through our defenses. It looks like they're going to take out this area. We still have a solid amount of troops over here, and I'm just trying to quickly kill the remaining forces who are putting some pressure on this flank, so I can focus most of my attention on the other flank. So yeah, there's one of their generals. We got a pretty epic duel. The rifle infantry and the rifle infantry of my Ottoman Empire. Uh-oh. I've got units just fighting to the death over here. There's the Canadian shock troops. They're firing at the flank of my men. As you can tell, they're causing my conscripts to break. That was a big concern. I've got a small unit of stormtroopers who are actually going to charge. Look at this, a unit of 7. Originally, they had 105, and they are going to charge into the front lines of this rifle infantry. Let's see here. Are they going to make it? Yes, it looks like they're not focusing them. There we go. There's the charge. I took out quite a bit of troops there in that charge, but now they're going to be stuck in melee. Oh, take him out. He's like, will not break. The rifle infantry is now breaking. I've got more units just dying from, or just dying to the last man. I'm going to focus my artillery on the British flank over here. Try to break them from afar. There's that British charge. And my brave stormtroopers still fighting. They're down to 5 men though. And I'm actually gonna send over, I think another unit of stormtroopers on this side because we do have another rifle infantry unit charging in. So let's see. Yes, here's my reinforcement stormtrooper force. So yeah, I'm desperately, like I said earlier, I'm just desperately trying to win on this flank. There's only like a handful of troops, but they will not break. So the French are charging into these 5 men as well. It's kind of crazy how long these guys fight for. And here comes my reinforcements. Right in time because they're starting to waver. Get in there, men. Help them out. There we go. A nice downhill charge. And this battle has become close and personal. Oh. Beautiful. And we caused them to break, which is really good because now we don't have to worry about that flank. And this is where I'm setting up my final lines. Great Britain pushing. Still just pushing. And I'm still just trying to fire my artillery at him. We got a nice fight with the assault infantry. Taking on some of my rifle infantry. My Imperial Guard. So you know the stormtroopers who are victorious over here? I'm actually going to charge them down and try to take out the French artillery. Not that it was even firing at me, but at the time, you know, I really didn't know. I thought it was firing, but I'm going to go for this target right here so I can at least take out some of their artillery. The balance of power is not really close, but I still feel like I can win this battle because this is pretty much it for their infantry. Just a lot of rifles, a lot of assault infantry. They have a lot of artillery, but if I can attack quickly, then I can take those out pretty fast. They still have their generals, and they still have a couple troops over here who are returning to the fight. Man, these guys will not break. And they're firing, my poor stormtroopers, they're firing at the flank of the stormtroopers. Get in there. Come on. Let's see this charge. So yeah, it's brutally close. Don't let that bounce of power confuse you. Oh, what is it? Come on, guys. What are you, drunk? Charge in there directly. There we go. So I am stuck in melee. And by the way, there's one soldier left in this stormtrooper unit. That's crazy. That is insane. Fighting literally to the last man. Alright, so I moved down some rifle infantry to try to kill off the conscripts over here. My men are just tired. And they're going to go for a charge after my artillery. So this is actually really smart from the AI, trying to take out my artillery. What I did is I am sending over my general. Which my general, he took some casualties during the fight as well. During that British push when they broke through our flank. But I need to send anything that I can over at this side to try to protect my artillery, because if my artillery dies, then it's pretty much game over. So pretty soon, they are going to charge in. My artillery is just still firing and focusing at the remaining infantry of Great Britain. Or United Kingdom. Whatever, same thing. It's not Apollo. Alright, so this is where I charge in my artillery crew. Gonna try to take out this assault infantry. And my general's in range as well, so he's gonna fire his pistols, or the, you know, the general's bodyguard. Take him out. This is the last stand, guys. Just fight. We can win this. But my artillery crew, we gave them a bunch of daggers because we're just cruel that way. So there's no match to the assault infantry. And unfortunately, my troops over here were not able to break the artillery, which is pretty tragic. But still, the firefight is still going on. The gunfight. God, this battle was just so chaotic, just completely chaotic, and now it's just fizzling down to the handful of troops that were lucky to survive. So I'm still trying to take out this British flank. He's trying to charge down more Canadian shock troops, which are down to 24 men. And I'm going to retreat my general out of there because there is no hope. There's no way I'm going to stop this flank. And my artillery is just lost. Pretty soon, the forces are going to be charging over this ridge. Here they come. Here they come. Last couple shots from my artillery. Here comes that charge. They're very tired. That's why it's so slow. Alright, cool. So that's where I lose my artillery, but yeah, it's not looking great. Not looking great. But I got my general out of there. So I'm going to send my general back to the front lines. This is where I charged the Canadian shock troops. And I was hoping with my numbers I would be able to beat them. But unfortunately, my rifle infantry really struggling here. There you go. There you go. Take them out. Ah, man, they're not even close to breaking. Uh-oh. Yep, so that's where my rifle infantry break. This is my sniper unit. It's down to the officer. He is also breaking. And this is where I do a charge, the last second charge with my rifle infantry, trying to take out these conscripts. I'm so desperately trying to win this battle. It was insane how crazy intense this was live. I'm sending over my general to support my rifle infantry who are fighting over here. The shock troops are coming over this way to try to help their allies who are stuck in melee between my riflemen and, let's see, what is this? The conscripts. And we are breaking them, which is no surprise. That should be expected because they are conscripts. But we're now going to surround the Canadian shock troops. My general is firing at the flank, at the very back. And I'm not going to slow down. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to go for another charge. There we go. Charge in there. And this is where I begin to charge my general down. Come on. Good charge. Take out those Canadian shock troops. And they are starting to waver. So there is hope. There is hope. And also, if we look over here, I've got one unit of Imperial Guard. They're down to 44 men. They're trying to cut down the British forces who were taking out my artillery, which they are breaking this rifle infantry. My general's still in the thick of this fight. And we defeated the shock troops. Now is my chance to take out their general. If we can kill their general here, we can win this battle. We can end it. All their men could break, but they're holding their ground. They're firing their pistols. There goes the charge. My men are down to 10 troops. And this is where I charge in my general. And unfortunately, he dies. This is the general right here. He gets shot. I believe that's the general. Oh, dead. And unfortunately, with the death of my general, that is going to wrap up the battle. It was crazy intense, and the very end of this fight was super close, but it just really wasn't enough to save the day. But historically speaking, the Turks win this fight, and they continue to hold Gallipoli. But hey, my Imperial Guard still fighting bravely there. And my troops have broken over there. Pretty soon these guys are going to break. I'm going to just go ahead and fast forward. Yep, there goes the entire unit. There goes that unit, and that's the end. Very bloody battle. We got 5,129 kills. Now, if I was able to deploy my army on the ridge instead of having them way back here, I think I would have won this battle. Like, then I could have set up some machine guns and stuff like that. So I didn't even bother to bring machine guns because it would take them forever to march into position. But if we look at the unit stats, some of my conscripts did pretty good except for this one. 200 something kills. My flamethrowers getting 224 kills, and that's insane because there's only 6 of them. So each person got like, what, 37 kills or something like that. Ridiculous. My howitzers getting 400, 300 kills. Let's see, did anyone do like 500 kills? 486. My rifle infantry, 545. My stormtroopers. And I think that's it. So, alright guys, that's going to conclude today's battle of Gallipoli. I hope you enjoyed this one. A lot of people have been requesting it. So I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like, comment, and share. And yeah, I'll see you in the next glorious battle.